Oh, they're much better.
Yes, that's 10 times better.
Yeah, but none of the people from any of the chats that I linked this into came. They're evil,
What a
evil
bunch
people.
of...
What a
Oh,
bunch of
crap. For some reason, I'm logged out.
Oh my god.
I mean, in Twitch, I'm still here.
Why
Okay,
do I
everyone
love
here?
Twitch? No,
Everyone here and ready.
I'm here.
Let me know when to begin.
Hold up, give me a second. Okay, here we go.
Something's gonna go wrong.
Da-da-da.
Today,
We are now entering the
on
courtroom.
Minecraft
Sound of
Awesome
doom.
Court, we have the case of the Community of the Edge versus Doctor's TARDIS. Doctor's TARDIS is accused of vandalism and murder in the first degree on so many counts we don't even know how many there are. So, Honorable Judge Silent is presiding, and we're going to hear opening arguments. First, the prosecution, represented by Mr. Red. Would you like to open with opening statements?
Yes, I would, Your Honor. Your Honor, Dr. TARDIS over here has been accused of many crimes. Some of those crimes being vandalism of other people's property, murder, and constant griefing of other people in the community. It's happened on multiple occasions, and we, as the community of the Edge, have decided that Dr. TARDIS should be placed in jail.
Very, very strong words, Mr. Red.
Thank you.
The defense attorney, Mr. Who is that?
Sedgewo.
Ah, yeah.
I'm Sedgewo.
Mr. Sedgewo, opening statements for the defense?
I'm Sedgewo. Yes. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the audience, I have one very strong piece of evidence that you all need to have a very good look at. A bucket.
Mr. Sedgewo, I would advise you not to sell yourself short. It is a bucket full of liquid, it seems.
Water, in fact.
Yes. Yes, sir. Exhibit A bucket filled with water.
Mm-hmm. And I picked it up.
Yes.
Really, other than that, do you really need any evidence to prove that my client is not guilty? Really?
I say this trial is a miscarriage of justice. Certainly this man is innocent, but we have to go through this anyway, so I'm going to have to ask Mr. Red to do whatever he wants. Call his first witness, I suppose.
Your Honor, my first witness I call NeoTM 12.
Hello. He does seem to be jumping up and down. So
I'm falling
sounds
off
like
the
a
thing.
good choice. Mr. Neo, may you take the witness stand. Bailiff, Gwambla, could you please swear in Mr. Neo? Do you have a book on you?
I have an axe.
I'll swear upon the axe of war.
Swear upon the holy axe of Fraser.
Who hit me?
I did.
I believe he's trying
No,
to put
you're,
his
stop
hand,
it, you're going to kill him.
I believe he's trying to put his hand on the axe to swear. Just stand next to him and we'll count it. We'll count it.
Okay, I did it.
You swear to say nothing but the truth. Honest truth.
You have to say it in the silly accent.
I accept it.
I can't do accents. Touch his ass.
It's okay. You can touch my ass.
Be sure you
Okay.
say, so help me Fraser.
The hell be
Okay,
Fraser.
are we good to go, Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
I have
Ask
multiple
witness
accounts of
every
murder with doctor's name on it. Multiple accounts. You can check it up. Just scroll up in the chat. It's there. It's about 10 or 12 times.
It's not how it works in the witness stand, but okay. Neo, could you state to the court what your occupation is in the Edge and why you live there?
I'm the county creeper. Dude, you just ruined all my credibility. Thank you.
That sounds very interesting, Mr. Neo. May I ask you what is entailed in being a town creeper?
Creeper, and I'm basically the beacon of the Edge. That is my town. That is my goal in life.
Interesting.
Your Honor, may I continue asking questions?
If you so wish, Mr. Red.
Mr. Neo, can you account on all the times that the defendant, Dr. Tardis here, has murdered you?
That's about 12.
About 12. How does it usually go by murdering you?
With an iron sword.
An iron sword. And what are his reasons, his intentions for killing you? Do you ever do anything to harm him?
Not really. I have his opinions pretty well.
Your Honor,
back.
I object. That was not a piece of evidence that was submitted.
That is not considered a piece of evidence for the anyone?
I have all the in the world. Iron sword to the dome, and his reasons were he wants to go to jail.
And Neo, has Dr. Tardis, the defendant over there, has he ever damaged any of your property?
I broke a few glass windows, but nothing too bad.
A few glass windows? It might not be much, but to some people, glass windows mean a lot. Can you account on anybody else he might have griefed or murdered?
His own Tardius.
I'm not talking about the defendant himself. I'm talking about other people that live in the community, sir.
He murdered the sheep pen, killed a few sheep.
Murdered the sheep pen. So there's another one right there. Murdering animals. That's another count for Doc.
This is certainly a most heinous crime.
Hey, Neo, I'm not done with you yet.
Oh.
Neo, can you tell me what he did to True Color's house at one night a few days ago?
Oh, he blew it the fuck up. It went sky high.
It's up.
It went sky high. It was great.
And what did he do to the Historical Society a few hours ago?
Oh, he blew it the fuck up. It was great.
It up. Your Honor, I have no further questions. Segwo, you may cross-examine Neo.
The witness will stay in the witness stand until he has been remanded from court custody. Mr.
Sedgewo.
Thank you. Mr. Sedgewo, the witness is yours. You are.
Now, Mr. Neo something, if that is your real name.
Objection. Your Honor, somebody's name does not have to do anything with the case.
I am just trying to establish a point of deceit.
Objection overruled, but the witness will keep from physically harming anyone else, or else Wambla will have his way with him with a sword.
Agreed.
That was actually my next point. How many times can anyone in the server count that this man here has hit them?
Oh, I've hit everyone at least 5 or 6 times, but I don't kill them.
5 or 6 times.
Yeah, I use a laptop mouse. I can't help it.
He can't help it. The laptop fills him with rage. He has to use an outlet of punching people.
I said hi to you.
Now, I say that he had hit Tardis so many times that he had no choice. No choice.
But to kill me
But to
12
defend
times
himself.
in a row? He killed me
And
12
another
times
thing I would
in a
like
row.
to point, in regards to that house that he blew up, he did not know that there was TNT rigged to that. If I'm not
How did
mistaken,
you not
someone
know?
had said, "Hey doctor, come press this button." He pushed that button and the house blew up.
The Historical Society?
Oh yeah, he did do that one.
Wow.
I saw that one. I can't deny it.
Your Honor, might I add that Dr. Stardust did blow up the Historical Society without consent from the mayor of the Edge, Colonel McMuffin.
May I
Best defense lawyer ever.
ask Sedgwell Mr. Sedgwell, if you
Sorry, I really am. I didn't mean to hit you that time. My mouse actually did that. I'm gonna leave my hands off the keyboard.
may I ask Mr. Sedgwell if you have any ideas as to the identity of this mysterious man you speak of, which tricked Dr. Stardust into blowing up a domicile?
Unfortunately, I'm lacking to recall the name at the moment.
It was Sedgwick.
I'm Sedgwick, and I was not present at this.
Oh, shit. You said, "Doctor, press this. It'll make you feel better." Those are the exact words.
Mr. Red, were you present at this event?
I was present the night that Dr. Stardust blew up True Color's house. However, I did not see the event myself. However, I do recall many occasions that night, Doc walking around, breaking other people's glasses, other people's property.
That is not the point
He
of the
even
question.
broke the subway.
Open and shut.
Claims. Mr. Sedgwell, have you no further questions?
I have one piece of evidence. I'm not sure if I brought to light of the court. Oh, okay.
It is a bucket filled with water. The bucket filled with water has already been put into court custody under
Okay.
Exhibit 1.
Exhibit
A. Yes.
Oh,
Exhibit B, of course,
Okay,
being the chat logs, which state that Doctor murdered numerous people.
Okay.
You have no further
I
questions?
have no
Your
further
Honor,
questions, Your Honor.
I would
Alright.
also like to present the iron sword that Doctor killed everybody with.
Bailiff, may you take that into court possession?
I object, Your Honor. That sword was not brought to full disclosure. I was not aware of this before this case.
Mr. Glambla, may I see that sword, please? Please bring it to the stand. Mr. Red, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
No further
I
questions,
forgot the
Your
word for
Honor.
that. All right. Let's take a look at the sword.
Yeah, you can go ahead and
It's
lay
him
it
I
down.
have the sword. The sword has disappeared.
You
The sword
suck.
disappeared?
I have the sword. Interesting.
My blood is all over that thing.
What was this, may I just ask one more time what the sword was used for?
Murder, Your Honor.
How many murders are attested to the sword?
Multiple, Your Honor.
About
Can you
About 12.
spitball it? About 12.
And an occasional hitting of people, me being one of those, Your Honor. And he has killed me at least 2 times, Your Honor, from hitting me with the sword. And 3 accounts of murder on pushing me off the diving board and making me hit the ground.
Is it common practice in the Edge to place a diving board above ground?
He has one above his TARDIS, across from his TARDIS that people can jump into a pool in. Occasionally I would go on there and have to go AFK, and he'd come on there and would push me off,
Who won
hoping
it?
that I'd hit the water, but instead I hit the ground.
How deep is the water, Mr. Red?
About 4 blocks deep, Red.
Yeah, 4 or 5 block deep.
So essentially it was a case of him accidentally murdering you by fall rather than purposely murdering you by water.
I can't account for whether those times were meant for me to hit the water. I just know that I've come back to my computer many a time.
Your Honor, I would like to object to that. If he does not know the intent, how can that be used in the court?
Because it's still murder.
Oh God, I'm so glad I did. I'm glad I stayed up for this.
And Your Honor, as I believe, it is Mr. Sedgwell's turn to pick a witness.
I'm Sedgwick.
if he would so desire to, if you would like to give a turn to Mr.
Sedgwill.
Mr. Sedgwill. Thank you very much.
I'm Sedgwill.
Mr. Sedgwill, would you like to call a witness to the stand?
I'm Sedgwill, and yes, I would. I would like to call... Your Honor, I have no further witnesses. Actually, I have thought of someone.
A bucket.
Now, Mr. Bucket.
May the court records show that the defense's witness is in fact Exhibit a bucket filled with water.
It is not my bucket.
That's my witness.
It can't.
Bailiff, could you please return Exhibit A to the witness stand for the duration of his testimony?
I will hold a bucket, and I will relay his messages.
Mr.
You do not speak for the bucket. It's a bucket, not a puppet.
Well,
No,
if it were a
I will
puppet,
speak-
he
I will
would be
speak for
speaking
it.
through the bucket, not the bucket speak to him.
Thank you.
If anything, Mr.
Now, Mr.
Guamlet is
Bucket.
the bucket and is the puppet in this scenario.
Not bucket. If you are, in fact, a witness, if you could just point out the murder in this room, you'll all notice the bucket is not pointing.
May the court record show that the bucket is not, in fact, pointing.
And Bucket, if you were, in fact, at the scene of the crime, bob your head up and down.
May the court record show that the bucket is indeed bobbing up and down.
With that in mind, Honor, how can anyone be with a solid witness like this saying that they were at the scene of the crime and not point to anyone here as the murderer? How can TARDIS be guilty? Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Sedgwill.
I'm
And
Sedgwill.
now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Mr. Red, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, I would, Your Honor. Mr. Bucket, whoa, where the hell are you going? Get back here. What the hell? What are you doing? Get back here. Why are you leaving, huh? Hey, Bucket, stop trying to run. Your Honor, the Bucket's trying to run.
Mr. Guamla, could you please restrain the witness? He is being hostile.
Mr. Bucket,
We
your,
can talk
or
to
Your Honor,
Bucket,
Mr. Bucket's leaving the
Your Honor.
bathroom, the courtroom.
Mr. Guamla, please retain the bucket. It seems to be escaping.
Your Honor,
And now
it
there's
looks
no.
like
Oh,
the
no.
Bucket left.
The bucket has left the courtroom.
Yes, Your Honor.
Nope.
And
Nope.
now a dog is attacking my bailiff. and my bailiff is dead.
Your Honor, I would like
Please.
to point out that the murderer has now entered the courtroom.
Come here. Come here, bad dog.
We have our
I-
murderer.
Oh, please, order in the court.
Come here.
Order in the court.
Here, boy.
He's on a
Please
killing
stop
spree, Your
attacking
Honor. He
the
will
dog.
not be stopped.
Stop hitting my dog.
Hold down, hold on. Order in
There's
the
so
court.
much stuff
Everyone,
down there.
Hold on.
Come here.
First of all, was Mr. Guambla holding anything at the time of death?
Come here. Sit.
Besides, hopefully, the bucket.
I was holding many things.
I don't see any inventory here. That's why I asked.
There's a
You wanna
pile
go
of
pick it
photos.
up?
That's the photo.
I'll go pick up Guambla's inventory. There's Guambla. Pick up your stuff.
Is that mine?
That's Coda's.
That's don't pick that up. That's Koto's.
He picked it up. Coda, kill Guambla and take his.
Well, where's my stuff?
Where is Guambla's stuff? This is why you don't run to where people die and run to their stuff.
I have buckets now, for some reason.
Don't you love our community? Give it down. Oh, doesn't your community have a town deacon?
Your Honor, I asked for a 2-minute recession so we can take a break and pick back up, please.
If you so desire, Mr. Red, I will depress the economy for 2 minutes, and in the meantime, let's have a break.
Wait, what did you call when in the court you want to take a break?
Recess.
Recess, whatever.
Oh,
You're stupid.
Oh my god.
Have we,
Okay, so I was laughing really
have
hard.
we tracked down this bucket?
I'm laughing my ass off, dude.
Have we tracked the bucket down yet?
So funny.
I don't have the witness, Your Honor.
I have
Where
3
is
buckets right
witness? We must. Okay, everyone, go search for the witness.
now. I have 3 buckets.
Whose stuff do I have?
We had the witness last. Then the murderer.
Your Honor,
Judge
I would
Rowe.
like to say that is not the murderer, that is my dog, Fang.
I would like to say that the dog has shown itself to be a murderer.
Oh no, no, it's two of
As
them.
it murdered 4 people, but it did be in self-defense as for some reason they kept smacking
Buckets?
him.
Wait, why are there 3 buckets? Redwell, did you bring multiple buckets to this case?
No, I
brought only one.
I said I had the twin. That was my bucket.
May I
Your
ask?
Honor, I would like to
bucket-
state that the only reason the dog was a murderer in this case is because I was struck. It was defending me.
Ah, who struck you?
Obviously Guamba and Coda.
What? No.
Well, no, I believe that Mr. Coda directly struck the dog, not you.
I have someone's iron pants.
You, Coda, you dick, I'd take you to court.
Can someone
Coda, I'll defend you.
verify the current health of the dog?
I have the dog sitting outside the courtroom right now.
I am going to be stuck talking like this for hours. I just know it.
Just so you know.
It does seem the dog is in good humor, so.
Are we ready to resume?
I
Mr.
have 3 bullets.
Whose dog is that? Once
Mine. Red.
more.
Square
Yes. Mr. Red, could you please take the dog somewhere else for the duration of the trial?
Fine, I'll take him home. It'll be a second though.
Mr. Wambla, were you able to retrieve the bucket?
I retrieved 3 buckets.
Which bucket's the murderer?
Which one is filled? Are they all filled with water?
Yes,
They
they're
are.
all filled with water.
If you'll hand them to me, Guam, I'll be able to point out my witness.
No, do not touch the witnesses until I get back to the courtroom.
Yes, sir. Wait, why am I saying yes, sir?
Your Honor, make sure that the witnesses are not touched or talked to until I return to the courtroom for my cross-examination.
Of course.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
I keep a clean court.
Your Honor, I'll be wearing my suit of armor since my allegedly attacked.
The dog is going away. You don't have to wear your armor. Take it off.
Neo?
That is not courtroom appropriate.
Fine. I'll move.
Oh, whoa. Dude, is that back? Uncalled for.
One of
Well,
these
I've got to be
is not
armed.
like the other.
Mr. Pack, you need to be on the other side of the courtroom. Mr. TARDIS is... Wait, can he hear me? He completely froze and stopped when I started talking, too.
Come here. Get in here. Now sit. Stay.
I wouldn't say no. What are you doing here again?
Your Honor, I have some more evidence. I have a screenshot of one of the
Welcome to my
that Dr.
town
TARDIS has
position.
caused.
Silent, you see what I do with my town? Are you getting what the town deacon does?
Alright. Do we... No, we don't have him. Okay.
Where is
We're
he?
still waiting.
I'm on my
Are
way.
you at least far enough away? You know what?
I'd like to call another quick recession.
I will continue to suppress the American economy, yes.
Okay, that's it. I'm done.
I'm in Epsilon right now. I'm heading right to the courthouse.
You can't repress the... Why can't it be the British economy?
Because they're British.
And the British have our bailiff.
Yeah, our bailiff is British. If I depress the economy, then I can't pay him. Actually, if I depress the economy, I could pay him less.
Yeah, if you repress the British economy, you'd pay him less. And it would be more.
Right, exactly. So I don't have to pay you as much money.
Yes.
Yay! Okay, back to judge. Okay.
Are you ready to resume?
Let us call the court back into session. Once
Oh,
again,
okay, hold on. Let me get back to my seat.
God damn it, Neo.
Watch him as he goes.
Good job, Deacon. Good job.
Just call me Deacon. It works that way.
We are hearing the court. We are hearing the case of the State of the Edge versus Doctor's Charts. Mr. Sedgwick, have you
I'm
back
well.
in your possession the witness?
I do not, Your Honor. It was requested that Red be present for me to recover him.
Bailiff, would you like to whip out
Objection,
your...
Your Honor, I wish for Sedgwick to not talk or speak to the bucket at all.
He seems
Well,
to
then how am I going to
during his time.
How am I going to decipher the three?
Restitute 3 buckets, Your Honor.
Mr. Red, would you like to answer that question? Why?
Oh,
I'm sorry,
It's
what?
this one's stolen
This one
now.
stayed. This is the witness. He stayed.
Okay.
Yep.
Mr. Sedgwick, without speaking to the any of the buckets, seems to have identified Exhibit A/Witness 2.
Are we ready?
Neo,
Am
I
ready
ask
for my
that you hold your
cross-examination?
seat, or else the bailiff will, diamond sword. Mr. Red, would you now that we have restrained the witness, would you like to cross-examine?
Yes, I would. Mr. Bucket, could you please tell us what your role is in the town of the Edge?
Oh, Mr. Bucket.
Oh, God. Your Honor, I would just like to state that the bucket just peed himself.
The
Mr.
bucket seems
Bucket.
to have shown griefing tendencies of his own.
Well, to be fair, his purpose is to do that very same thing, but in defense against Enderman. It doesn't have the same effect in the court.
Interesting.
He seems to have the same properties as the person with
Now,
griefing.
Mr. Bucket, were you there on the night of the murders?
Your Honor, it's already been established that he was.
Your Honor, I would like to state that Mr. Bucket is able and is unable to communicate as a witness. I would like to ask to have him quietly removed from the courtroom.
He did respond in the affirmative during Mr. Sedgwick's examination.
That's because Sedgwick was talking for him, Your Honor.
No, I wasn't. We all saw it.
He was talking.
Mr.
Okay.
Sedgwick did request that the bucket bounce up and down. The bucket did indeed bounce up and down. It seems legit.
Mr. Bucket, are you going to correspond with me? Answer me, damn it!
Mr. Red, you have position. I've forgotten the word. You have permission to treat the witness as hostile.
Your Honor, I would like to treat the witness as hostile. He is unable to reply to me right now, and he is not complying. Please have him removed quietly from the court. Neo, sit down. God damn it.
Dang it, Neo! Come on!
Ow.
Thank you,
Your Honor, I have no further questions for the bucket. Please remove him.
All right, Sedgwick, do you have any further weapons? Wait. Do you have any further questions for the witness?
No, that would be all, Your Honor.
Uh, I'm
Shut up,
sorry, I have
Coda.
bad ADD.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey,
Blame it on my ADD.
Order outside of the courtroom. Order outside of the courtroom.
Order outside of the courtroom.
Who's hitting me?
But we got attempted murder of a bucket in its own liquid, Your Honour. It was not what it looked like.
Your Honor, I would like to
I'm
call
going
Dr.
to-
Stardust to the stand, please.
Hmm?
I would like to call Dr. Stardust to the stand, please.
All right. Dr. Stardust to the stand. Mr. Quambla, could you please swear Dr. Stardust in on the holy acts of Fraser?
Do you swear on the holy acts of Fraser to speak the truth, nothing but the truth,
So help you, Fraser.
so help you, Fraser?
He's been sworn in.
All right. You may proceed, Brett.
Mr. TARDIS, could you please state your role in the Edge, please? Original member of the Edge, built the farm, and I would agree that's part of council, right? What happened to make you go so crazy that you had to go around and grief and kill and damage people's property? Huh? What gave you the right?
Huh?
This would usually be where Mr. Sedgwill would object, but
He's
okay.
badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm merely asking a question.
Please don't phrase it so hostile.
I'm sorry. Dr. TARDIS,
But you are.
what were your reasonings for murdering, damaging, and griefing the Edge? Okay. What was your reason for griefing? 3 days ago, you walked around the Edge. You were upset about something. First, you started off breaking glass in your TARDIS, which upsets a lot of people because they believe that is a true landmark of the Edge. You then proceed to the subway station that leads to other people's houses that are in the Edge, and you proceed to break the windows there and also damage some of the cobble. The House of True Colors, might I add, you also blew up, and it does not matter if somebody asked you to press a button, you still did it. What were your reasons?
This is true, Your Honor.
You didn't even say that with a straight face.
Damn, shut up.
It was a lever, guys. It was a lever. I built it.
Ah, leave it. Yes, sir.
Do you just go around pressing random levers all the time, Mr. TARDIS? So if I said press this lever, you'll feel better, and you actually blew up the VGA server, and nobody could play Minecraft with Fraser and anybody, how would you feel then?
Well, I'd feel kind of bad.
Feel kind of bad. Now you say you feel kind of bad. How do you feel about True Colors House, huh?
I don't feel bad at all. It was an ugly monstrosity.
Doesn't feel
That he did not
bad
even
at
live in.
all. Your Honor, he said he doesn't feel bad at all.
And Your Honor, the house was actually never occupied. It was built by someone else for him because he refuses to build a house even though he's been in our community for almost a month.
There was a crafting bench.
Your Honor, it should not matter whether somebody builds their house or not. My first house at the edge was not built by me. It was actually built by Neo before I moved into the community. And I would like to say that it was a piece of crap house, but it was a house nonetheless. I later moved away from where I was living, closer into town, and I now have a better house I built myself. And why am I holding an arrow?
He's got a weapon! Take him down!
That was great.
Okay, moving on, Mr. Artist. The murders. What's the reason for some of the murders? How many times did you murder Neo today?
Murdering Neo is not very difficult because he continually refuses to eat. And he is the Deacon of the Edge, therefore we must teach him the proper ways of eating.
May the record show that Mr. Neo is eating right now.
Yes, he refuses to eat on a regular basis. So he only ever has half a heart.
Mr. Neo, if you cannot hold yourself, you will be held in contempt of court and you will be jailed.
Anyway,
Hold on a second, guys.
what about the other murders that you've committed?
Hold on a
you've
second.
committed many murders against me. Hello?
Hold on a second, dude.
Hold on a second. This is called. This is not a fire ride.
Yeah, nobody can